I think Venus de Milo is really sexy, and she has a beautiful belly, and she's got a great, great look, and I think she's really sexy. That's what I think of her when I think of Venus de Milo.
Well, I don't think that people actually think of her as an amputee. It's just an incomplete figure. I mean, I certainly think she's beautiful.
It's beautiful because things are missing. Still exists. That's beautiful. But surface-wise, like feature and things, it represents some kind of ideal beauty. It's probably not true.
And so if, again, you go back to the way, what if she just had arms, or if she had one? I don't know that she'd be so, as unique.
And I'm surprised, I'm almost surprised that the Venus de Milo hasn't been reconstructed in some way.
And it is tragic that, I guess, that there's this obviously beautiful woman who could have been even more beautiful if they had been able to find her arms.
It'll be actually strange to have, I think, arms. Since I'm so used to seeing that with our arms.
Which doesn't really detract from the beauty. She would still be as beautiful. I don't know that she would be more beautiful.
And I think we've all looked at it for so long and found it so beautiful that I think putting arms on her would ruin her. The medical profession is very closed and it's not very open. It's no fault of their own, they've just been taught this very scientific way rather than looking at the big picture.
If it was a different color or something, I think that they would not react to her in the same way. Yeah, she's just like perfect the way she is, but they're not thinking of her as being incomplete.
For some reason that wouldn't feel right to me. I feel any attempts to try to fill in those holes I feel would be disingenuous.
I never even really thought about that she didn't have any arms. I think that would freak a lot of people out. Anything artificial or mechanical, again, something that people don't understand, that's why people become uncomfortable.
That'll become something different, like plastic. I was thinking about plastic surgery. That's not very natural.
I think it would be funny. The idea of a Venus de Milo with prosthesis is amusing.
Anything that makes people stop and look, because I used to, before I lost my leg, I would look at people who were disabled and I would think, I wonder what it's like on the inside for them. And now I know that it's just the same. And I think of myself as being, again, like beautiful on the inside, but not on the outside. But a lot of that is just a feminine issue too. So.
Anybody that's different in any kind of way whatsoever, that people have a hard time dealing with that because they're not like themselves. Even if they're a different color or they're in a wheelchair, it's just hard for people to relate to that. Society is really outer appearance driven. A lot of things that we do and what women do is cosmetic because you want to be accepted and you want to be found appealing and you don't want to be stared at or pointed at.
And I would imagine that same mentality runs through the disabled community as well. Maybe even more so because they might be more susceptible to these images of you have to be this certain way. I would hope not. But